I brought 2 jade tablets and a jade seal that belonged to my great-great-grandmother in California. She died in 1929. At that point, my mother inherited them. I have been told they are 18th century from China. According to my mother, she may have purchased them in San Francisco, where she lived.
They're mottled green jade. They're plaques or tablets. It's likely that the 2 on the screen behind the seal were in fact out of an album. So it may have been a jade paged book, and they're incised with official script, and the seal again is green jade, surmounted with a double dragon and a cord. The seal's a symbol of imperial authority. Most imperial seals that are done in this square form are surmounted with this double dragon. It's a very common motif on imperial seals or court seals. And the piece of jade is lovely, it's mottled, it's green jade, it's consistent with what would be used in the court. At the table, we had a long discussion about these objects.
Yes.
And firstly, we thought the plaques too were from the 18th century, but it's actually dated here, Guangxu, first year of Guangxu, which is 1875.
Oh.
And these are more than likely commemorative pages. There was an honorary mention of a previous ancestor. These jade book pages are not uncommon. They're more than likely 2 of a book of 12. Do you have any idea of value on the plaques?
My mother had them appraised in 2007 for $1,400.
And so let's move to the seal that's in front of us. There's a few characteristics that would indicate to us that it's likely not 18th century. There's a weakness of carving through the side here where you have these celestial clouds. If we look at examples of 18th century models, there's just everything is highlighted. There's a deeper lapidary carving to all aspects of the seal. It was indicative of the time frame. Best materials, best lapidaries, best workshop, time most spent. And as dynastic China went into decline, so did its decorative arts. You'll see on the underside it has 2 columns of script. One's a seal script and the other's a compressed script. But you'll see here in the carving of the impression that there are some miscarvings to this side where the lines continued into the border. Yes. So there are a little weakness in the carving. That leads us down the path of not being 18th century. Its association with something dated 1875 would indicate it's possible that it is a late 19th century imperial jade seal rather than an 18th century seal. We need to spend more time with it. We need to do more research. These things are problematic at the very best of times. If the jade book leaves came up at auction, I think the shared consensus is that they are imperial, or certainly very likely to be imperial. Together as a associated pair, they would carry an auction estimate of 20 to 30,000.
Okay, wow.
Do you have any idea of value on the seal?
Again, my mother had it appraised at the same time in 2007, and the seal appraised for $1,400 also.
Conservatively, at auction, it would carry an auction estimate of 30 to 50,000.
Okay, all right.
And I think our takeaway was, if there can be a shared consensus within the industry, among peers, that it is 1875 to the end of Guangxu reign, that it may be a multiple of 10. So it may carry an auction estimate of 300 to 500,000.
Oh, is that all? Okay. Well, that's a little bit different than what I was expecting today, but oh my. Oh my, thank you. That's amazing. Wow.